Welcome back to Octopath Traveler. Normally I don't play the same game twice in a row. Usually we do like a different game every single day of the week here on the channel, but today I'm playing more Octopath because I love it so much. That's not the only reason, but I love it so much. Which one are we on? We're on this one. I pressed the wrong button. So where we left off last time is that we were in Flame's Grace, starting the final story of the game, of the 8 stories, and that is the cleric's story. She has to deliver a sacred flame on a pilgrimage. That's basically the tale. So how is everyone doing? What's the quest? Huh? Journal? The Cave of Origin. Which is this way, I think. Let's go. Black shirt and jeans, I do too. I like doing the same game multiple nights, but there's a problem with it. And one big problem with it is that for some games we can't do it. Like, nobody is watching sponsors Kingdom Hearts playthrough. Right? Pixel Precision sponsors a Deadly Premonition playthrough. They can only do it once a week, based on just their own availability. So that's what we have to do. But games like this, I don't mind necessarily. I'm kind of warming up to the idea of doing more sessions per week. This is the last chapter 1, yes. Let's use a knife, see if they're weak to knives. Don't seem to be.
I will not be thy prey.
Last chapter 1.
Missed me. I'll do my best.
I assume she only has a staff. Yeah. We could play X. I could play XCOM at some point. Can't, can, and won't. Well, sponsoring a game is expensive. I don't expect people to do it. It's more like a perk, you know?
Letting the hunt begin.
But yeah. Let's have a story here. If you guys want to hear a story. So, the plan for this week's set of streams. Yeah, I understand, Maverick Hunter. It's okay. The plan for this week's set of streams. He's weak to staffs, okay. Don't do it yet, Maverick Hunter, because we have like 5 people in waiting. Hey, confused. So we're supposed to do on last Sunday we're supposed to do the movie night, the monthly movie night, which we did. On Monday, we were supposed to do something. I didn't really have any set plans. We ended up doing Yakuza, so that's fine. I was hoping to do a game with Dave, but he was going out because that was the... You guys can't hear that, but Naomi's in the other room screaming her head off over nothing. You guys can't hear that, but Naomi's being ridiculous.
I've got better things to do. Victory shall be mine.
Naomi, if you want to talk, type in the chat. Guys, she's really angry, guys. You can actually hear it. Oh, okay, shit. Oh, there we go. Naomi, as usual, then. Thank you for taking my my side. Okay, here's the tale. Monday we were supposed to do whatever. Dave decided to go out because it was New Year's Eve, so fine. He went out. Naomi and I played Yakuza. Tuesday was supposed to be Hollow Knight because we're nearly at the end of Hollow Knight. And then tonight, Wednesday, was supposed to be our friend Jess. We're going to finish up Trine 2, which is a game that we've been playing for like 2 years on the channel now because Jessica's only available once every few months to be on the show. So, fine. And then Thursday would be the usual Nobody's Watching sponsored playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. Then Friday would be the usual Deadly Premonition with Pixel Precision. That was the weekly schedule. And that kind of shows you why we can only do one game,
Have at you.
like a game once every week. Just how things boil down sometimes.
Letting the hunt begin.
But Dave, he's been gone now for over 2 days.
Out of my way.
With not a word, not a peep, you know?
Have at you.
So the plan was that he would go out for a jolly old party on New Year's Eve. Not weak to anything I have, god damn it. She has an axe though, so I'll use that. And then, you know, after the festivities are over, he'd come back on the 1st, we'd do our show, and that'd be fine.
Victory shall
As you guys know, he wasn't here last night. So I was here
battle. I grow strong.
playing this game. And I said, well, Dave, you know, okay, so Dave was hungover. You know, okay, fine. He can't make the show. Or maybe he's still partying because it was still the 1st. Okay, fine. You can't make the show. Okay. Dave Nix is modding on our cuckold. Oh, Dave. Anyway, obviously like, it was like he didn't tell me. He just let it slip and didn't say a single thing about it like whatsoever. He didn't even have the courtesy to like message me and be like, "Yo, I can't make it." He just let it fall apart.
What next?
It's kind of a dick move. So I was a bit pissed,
Well then.
understandably. And then today comes around,
Over here.
and we have a guest coming tonight who's Jess, as I said before.
There.
And he still didn't show up tonight.
Messaged me.
The battle is truly
And he messaged Jess to say that he wasn't going to be showing up tonight. He told her, "Hey, listen, I can't make it to the show, sorry." He didn't tell me, though. He didn't say a single thing to me. He sent Dom to tell me. He couldn't tell me himself. He hid behind his girlfriend in telling me.
My turn.
And I guarantee
My
you,
arrow flying true.
the narrative when I finally get to talk to him will be something along the lines of, "Hey, why are you being so unreasonable? It was New Year's, man. You know, just because you don't drink doesn't mean you get to judge me like this," and etc., etc., etc. Right? When the obvious problem is that he couldn't even be arsed to let me know he wasn't showing up for the thing that we had previously agreed on. But that won't be what we talk about.
Letting the hunt
It'll be about how I'm uptight or whatever it is he wants to blame this on.
the battle is truly joy.
That, you know, I'm unreasonable to expect people to be somewhere when they say they're going to be somewhere.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
It sounds like Dave has a point. You should drink. No, I'm never going to drink. And that's just that. And like I can't begrudge people who drink. I can't be like, "Oh, you're just terrible." Like, no, of course not. Like, that would be ridiculous of me. I would be in the wrong in that instance. But I also can't. You know, that's not an excuse for everything. You know? The Cave of Origin. You got to get the first flame. Oh, Igor, are you actually saying that? Or are you just trolling me? You shouldn't expect people to follow through on their plans. Are you kidding me? Place of true danger.
Safe travels. Safe travels.
Wait, I can like have someone join me. Have you played Planescape Torment? I've heard of it, but I haven't played it. Apparently it's good, but I don't know anything about it. You know damn well I'm trolling. Well, thank you. Thank you, my friend. Jesus. Was there anything? Hold on. Not just a path, okay. So anyway, I'm here playing this game again.
Day for battle.
And I told Jess, like here's the thing. I told Jess, you know, a while ago, like earlier in the day, I was like, listen,
Out of my way.
Dave's not saying anything to me, and I don't want to waste your time, so let's just preemptively cancel it because I know that Dave's gonna fall through, and it turned out he did. Like I know him well enough now that that's what he does. He's just a flaky guy that can't really be depended upon, unfortunately.
I will not be thy prey. What next? Listen to me.
Now then. Out of my way.
I'll do my best.
Dave Flakes. Is that gonna be the new nickname?
There. Over here.
Tell him I'm afraid I can't do that, Dave. So anyway, I'm here to play some more not Deadly Premonition, Jesus Christ. Some more Octopath, just because I didn't want to cancel the stream over something that stupid, you know? I'm obviously pissed about it. I think I have a right to be pissed about it, but I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna hopefully make like affect how I run the channel or whatever. What's with the new fags invading the Discord? I did a stream today on my main YouTube channel that got like 1,000 people watching it, so I assume some of them are from them.
Out of my way.
I'll not be defeated.
Sargon, Regs, and Scrump did a stream with me. And we just talked about news and shit posted, you know?
Out of my way.
I'll not be defeated. I am not made for such battles.
I am not made for battles. Well, then what are you on doing on this quest? But anyway, Dom messaged me and said Dave's not showing up, instead of Dave being the one to be able to talk to me. Best stream, you think so? So Dom's the one who messaged me. And Dom says, hey, listen, Dave says he's sorry about missing yesterday. And wasn't the issue. The issue was not necessarily that he missed, although that is part of the issue. The issue is that he didn't fucking say anything.
Victory shall be.
I see swords. No.
Come in if
Bows? Yes. V, more like Y. So the issue is that Dave just didn't say anything. So, okay.
Out of my way.
letting the hunt
After that,
begin.
though, she said, Dave is feeling sick.
My turn.
He's feeling sick, guys. So he cannot attend tonight's stream as well.
I'll do my best.
Okay. He's not sick.
Battle is
I guarantee you he's not sick. He's hungover. And keep in mind, the massive party was 2 days ago. That's what happens when you're a 33-year-old man and you drink like you're still 17. You get sick for 2 days afterwards.
Thou didst
Sick.
fight with courage.
Dave has a yeast infection. I mean, you can call me a prude, or you can call me like a fucking loser or whatever you want because I don't drink. But even if I did drink, I think I would be smart enough to not drink at the rate that I did when I was in high school. You know what I mean?
Let us begin.
now then.
Alright. Weak against spears. Okay. Oh,
Well
right.
then,
I'd call you reasonable, that's just me? I'm a 43-year-old man. I drink far more than I get to 17. Okay, Mr. JD, let me put it this way. Do you drink enough to like... Do you drink enough that you're hungover 2 days later? do you drink that fucking much?
Well then.
Too slow.
And do you let it like affect your job? Because he's missed work, he's missed school.
The battle is truly
He's. It's not just that he's missed the show. That's like a minor consideration in the long run. Is that he's missed like a Twitch stream where you play video games. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, keeping your word's a big deal, obviously, but like it's a small consideration in the large scheme of things. The bigger deal is that he
Letting the hunt begin.
like, I don't know how else to put it, man. Like, if your drinking's impacting your life to the point that like you fail classes or you almost get fired from work, like it's too much, man. It's too much. And it impacts me too because I have to live with him. You know, I have to make plans about him, and I can never know if he actually shows up. Well, there you go, Mr. JD. There you go. Jesus Christ, Matapath, that's a bit unhealthy, don't you think?
What next?
Oh, of course, confused. Absolutely. No one can argue that at this point.
have at you. Out of my way.
My turn.
But I've been dealing with this behavior for almost 15 years now, and I think it's fair to say that my patience has run out with it. There was once a time where I would care enough about Dave that his habits would actually drag me down to the point that I would start to wreck my life. Like when I was younger, you know?
Each battle, I grow stronger.
I had opportunities that I ruined because I allowed Dave's habits and Dave's point of view to step in with me. And that's something that I can't afford to do. Okay, now she's... okay. You have an item to restore? Olive of Life. Dave does live with me, yeah. He does. So it definitely affects me. Yes, that's him. Morality. He's my main co-host on this channel, on my Twitch. He and I we've streamed games together and like game playthroughs of like hundreds of games now for almost over 5 years now we've done this. Jesus Christ, man, I have a counter. You got gamer's addiction? Can I equip this? I got a hairpin. Seems like something she'd wear. There it is. Silver vest, bronze vest, silver vest, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Mr. JD. When I was younger, I would. Like, I wouldn't necessarily... Like, I haven't drunk for a long time. And when I was in my first year of university, I was like, you know, now that I've moved away, I'm in a new town, I'm gonna try to be social, I'm gonna drink more. You know what I mean? And then like I tried to drink, and for that first year, like I drank and I partied. And I hated it so much, I was like, I can't be this person. I don't care if like I don't make friends while I'm at school, I don't care about any of this shit, I cannot be this person. And so I stopped drinking. Morality. Here, I'll tell you guys the full story. I think I might have said it last night. I'm not sure, but the Game Boomers stream. No, sorry, the holiday stream this year. Like on the hey Khalib, what's up, dude? The holiday stream this year.
Letting the hunt begin.
We watched Star Wars holiday special, and we opened up the gifts and stuff. That stream. Dave was drinking, and he drank too much. But Dom was really drinking that night. Like, she was ridiculously drunk that night.
Out of my
And
way.
it got to the point that, like, after, like, she was throwing up, like, quite badly, all over things that night. And she was, like, really sad. Like, she thought she had ruined the stream, which she hadn't. Like, she hadn't ruined the stream, but she thought she had. And I was like, Jesus, Dom, like, I'm sorry, man, but like you drank too much, but like you didn't ruin things. Like, it's okay. But the worst part is, she was never like that before she started to date Dave. She might have drank once a month, you know? And now, like, I've definitely ran out of patience for him, but now I'm starting to worry about her. And about what their relationship is doing to her. She didn't. She improved it. Make sure to tell her that next time you see her.
My turn. Victory shall be mine.
Get some of these bats down.
Out of my way.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Don't date men with vices. Dragonfat, everyone has a vice. I have a vice, man.
I'll do my
The point is, you have to be responsible. Yeah, exactly, Morale. Like, things were okay, which is why I'm not, like, I wasn't actually pissed about it. Sloth, yeah, thank you. Don't date me, okay.
Come in, if thou darest.
I'll not be defeated.
Yeah, exactly, Dragonfat. Well, the thing is, like, later on, like, I think it was the next day even, he's allowed to replace Dave. The next day, Dom was like, I have to stop drinking. I can't keep doing this. And Dave's response was, yeah, but we have the, like, this was the Monday after, so it was the 31st. Dave's response was, but we have the New Year's party to go to, so we can't stop drinking now. And then after that, I'm going to Ottawa, because I'm going to Parliament for like 3 or 4 days. And I always drink whenever I go on my Parliament trip, so we can't stop drinking yet. Like, he was the one that was like, and she was like keeping it going, and she was the one that wanted to stop. And that's why I'm worried about her. Even though Dave's my best friend, and we've been best friends since I was 4 years old, like 4 years old. But I've run out of patience with him, and now I'm worrying about her. Because he's done this to other girls, you know? And obviously the relationships haven't worked out because he's with Dom right now. Anyway, now that he's... Dave's a fun guy to be around when he's not drinking. It's just that for the past, say, year, he's never not drinking. And things have just gotten worse. I'm sorry that I'm venting about my real life stuff on the stream here. I'm sure it's not that fun to hear about. Hope none of you guys have taken off in disgust or something. I am the guardian of the first flame. If thou wast called thyself the flame bearer, you must prove thyself worthy. We got a fight here.
I will not
Jesus.
you.
Out of my way.
Here we go. Knives? Yes.
Victory shall be
No
mine.
matter. Swords, good.
I will not be defeated.
Staffs? We got all of them here.
Letting my arrow fly.
Arrows. No. Game downers, thanks.
Victory shall be mine.
Spears? Nope.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
Axes?
Out of my way.
Okay, maybe fire.
Don't blame me.
No. You think there would be fire?
Well then,
You have 9 knights. Holy light.
oh sacred light.
They just don't have what I need.
What next?
Bows didn't work, right? Neither did axes. The forest fox is a sword.
Now then.
Not that interesting. Yeah, it's a great boss battle theme, dude. Listen to this shit. I'll turn it up a little bit. Hold on. Yeah, man.
I will not be defeated.
Out of my way.
I'm gonna build some combo points so that when it comes time,
Have at you.
like say right now. Actually, no, not yet. I'll just attack.
Letting the hunt begin.
True strike. Boom, pretty good. I'm gonna start unloading now, guys. Watch
My
this.
turn now.
Holy
Oh,
light.
sacred light.
I'm ready. Are you?
I'll just attack.
Victory shall be
Okay,
my way is unbounded.
check this out. A fully powered cross strike from Ulbrich, and when his defenses are down and he's weak against it. This is probably going to be like a lot of damage.
Watch my blade dance.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that was worth
My
it.
arrow flying true.
This guy seems really easy compared to the last boss. No, we're not that, Mr. JD. Oh.
Well then,
Okay.
Victory shall be mine.
Can I level slash them?
I will cut you down.
Coming, if thou darest.
I might have made a mistake in wasting all my... Breaks his set. I'm not doing any of that. Let me hit. He's easy, but his shields are trouble. Okay. Let's see what I can do about it. I don't have any real thief skills yet.
Try this. Victory shall be mine.
Let me keep level slashing. I think it's a good idea. 3 more turns. Oh, they're charging up to do something.
Coming, if thou darest.
Okay.
My turn.
Let's see if...
well then,
I'm going to try and break them all at once.
Not be thy prey.
Because I don't...
The battle is truly joined.
This might take some strategy here. 2 more turns, okay. 2 more turns.
Coming, if thou darest.
Okay, if I... Nope. Rain of arrows them.
Raining arrows up on.
Oh, come on. Hit one of them. There we go.
I will not be thy
Well then.
prey.
And then hit the last one so it's stunned as well.
well then,
And I guess I will hit you.
I'm ready. Are you?
There. Have at you. My blade is unbending.
Yeah, fuck you. That worked out perfectly. Look at that.
Next.
Cleared the field. True strike. Yes. Break them all at the same time, then use level slash. Destroy them all. Worked perfectly.
This is...
Good old Sargon. He's a good boy. Got the Flame of Alfric. You've been judged worthy to bear the sacred flame. Take it. Okay. Those shields would have self-destructed after 3 turns. Took out my entire party. Jesus. That sucks. That sucks, man.
Liana. Ah.
Here we go. How is the Excellency?
Oh,
He's sleeping now. But it'll be okay.
you see...
I did it.
Father... Your Excellency.
My apologies.
Sargon's addicted to Twitter the same way that Spoonie is, but he still makes content, unlike Spoonie. Spoonie just literally posts all day and then wonders why wonders why his Patreon is at 0.
Father?
Father.
Yes.
Around May you joined us, eh? 7 months. Cool. I'm happy you're here. I know why my Patreon is at 0. Apparently Subscribe Star is working again, so I might do the big transfer over.
Yes.
Yes. What?
Any thoughts on Mundane Chill? Didn't he delete his, he deleted his Twitter, right?
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Uh-oh. Did we get exiled because we didn't go in?
Ophelia...
Liana.
No.
It's like the start of the game Wild Arms, which we also played on the channel like 4 years ago.
I understand.
That was a fun playthrough, Wild Arms. I really enjoyed it.
At
Dave
least
didn't
it
by
would
the
seem
second
you
half of
came
it, but I
through
liked it.
your ill-advised journey.
I did, Your Excellency.
And
Apparently
I
on
can
Grapheon,
see
people are making their money back again on Patreon, so it might not be hurting them at all.
for all your quiet dignity.
I am sorry, Your Excellency.
Wait, is Mundane Matt working for Uber Eats now? That's kind of funny.
Ophelia.
Your Excellency?
You journeyed to the Cave of Origin so that Liana might stay here with me, did you not?
Yes. I'm a good daughter,
I will
guys.
inform the Pontiff that there has been a change in plans, and that you will perform the kindling in Liana's stead. Speak with your sister.
Replace Dave with a Twitch
and
thought.
learn
Well, that's what
she
Naomi
will
is.
need Many months. Your instruction will be abbreviated, but
Your Excellency.
Become a Twitch thought. Get out of here. I'm no Twitch thought. I'm too fat. Mr. Sub tonight. Better than Subway. I like Mr. Sub.
Your kindness brings warmth
I guess they're better than Subway now that I think about it.
all around you.
I just don't eat it much because it's not very common here, Mr. Sub. I've only seen 2 of them in my entire life.
Your Excellency,
Oh no. I'm gonna die.
Ophelia, when I first took
a dream, Your Excellency?
a dream of you, bearing the flame into the world. Liana is a fine daughter, my pride and joy. She has... But I know that it has not come easily to her. She has given up much of her true self to be who she... I have not yet told Liana, but I fear that I...
Oh, he is gonna die.
this world.
Yeah, that's the story, man. You're gonna be my Yoko Ono dev, or new Dave, you think so?
Your
Well, I don't have no plans of kicking Dave off because, frankly, I've seen this coming for a while and I have a contingency. I've always had a contingency, frankly.
Excellency.
And Naomi is my contingency, and more solo streams is my contingency.
I am
But frankly, that's only a stopgap measure.
Liana both.
At some point,
Your
I
Excellency.
will be ready to leave this city and move somewhere else. And Dave's current trajectory, he's not going to be ready to leave this city when I am. He's probably not going to be graduated when I am.
That I should be off.
He might even be with Dom anymore if things keep going the way they're going.
I think Father was looking a little better today,
You know?
don't you?
However,
We knew we
when
had to
I
tap
move
into
and
his
where
love.
I move,
He so wished to be here.
I
too.
have friends there already.
It's good to know he's acting more like himself.
And I think those friends would be very willing to come on this stream with me instead, if Dave can't come.
Ophelia,
Whatever for, Liana?
when I first heard that you would go on the pilgrimage in my stead, to tell you the truth, I was relieved.
Don't say such words. I'm looking forward to it either, man. But
The thought that I could stay here with Father and
I'm not moving to America.
myself in great danger.
Will Camera Lady be on the streams?
I'm so
She has not
happy.
been on the show in a long time, but it's
Forgive me,
possible.
Ophelia.
To be honest, Mata,
Oh, please.
the last time I've talked about her,
I have
sorry, the last time I've
nowhere
talked
be
to her,
Well,
she didn't really have any interest
I know
in
that
coming
you
back
only wanted to help me.
because her career is kind of
Knowing
taking
that
off.
you will perform the rite in my
And
stead.
I think she thinks that like exposure to her shitlordy past what might ruin what's going on for her right now. Yeah, it would be a national capital of Canada because
so my journey like the flames
I think the next step up for me is to move to Ottawa.
kindling as our forebears have.
This is more sad than Jontron and Aaron ending their duo. Well, this is different because it's not coming out of nowhere. And it's also like
Be gone for
it's
a
not
while.
my fault.
But if ever
Basically.
you or Father need me,
You know,
Thank you, Ophelia.
Jess, yes, we're all Leafs. We're all
Take
Leafs.
care of yourself.
If
Okay.
Jess is in
let us see how Saintsbridge
Is
and
in Ottawa?
Redlands treats me.
I have 2 other friends in Ottawa who would like to come on the show. Naomi will be there with me. We can make it work. Let's see how Saintsbridge and the Riverlands treats me. I have to deliver this flame to Saintsbridge.
May it burn, dear sister. May the sacred flame
And may it
When
ever
she
shine
crashes
its
in Birch, she
warmth
can wander
upon
over
you.
to a corner of shit. And also, she's in Vancouver, Matapasta. Nicole's in Vancouver. So if I ever make it there, then yeah, she can probably come back on the show if things are okay with her. Still not as sad as the super best friends suddenly breaking up. Okay, it wasn't sudden. Like Titanium, you should have seen that coming. I think everyone saw it coming. That those guys were falling apart. Don't be sad, because I'm never going anywhere. I will listen. Like if I never see success in my entire life, and I am stuck doing like 10-person Twitch streams until the day I die, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be with you guys. We'll go through this adventure together. But if some people don't want to come along, I can't force them. Not as sad as movie Bob. Down here. Wow, Dev, my day was great till I came to game downers. No, I see it differently. I think that there's real hope in that, you know? Because here's the honest truth. Dave has some legitimate concerns, like he has student loans to pay off, you know? He has student loans to pay off, and if this doesn't work out, right? If this doesn't work out, how can he pay them off? How can YouTube or Twitch pay his way? How can it pay my way? You know? So I have to work. And that's just the honest truth. There's no other way around it. I have to work hard. Yeah, so this looks beautiful, man. And if I work, and I can make it, and I can show him that it works, I can slap his face with a big wad of cash and say, look, you idiot, this is obviously working out. Then maybe we'll be okay. Maybe he'll be convinced that there's a future in this. Hey, Meldrin. Work will set you free. Yeah, I guess. Also, the inn costed $69. I don't know if you noticed that. Here's what I think we do now. Let's complete the wraparound to have the whole donut mapped out. And then we will pick a side quest and do some. Because I want to complete this route here to get to the North Atlas Dam Flats. Who is Kitty 706? I don't know who that is. Getting Streamlabs. I was supposed to talk to Sikachi about that last night. But for now, the only thing I'm running is Patreon, shittily. PayPal.me.
Let us fight with honor.
PayPal.me, Patreon, and then Subscribestar. That's what I'm doing.
Victory shall be
What's
mine.
E-double? I don't know any of these names you're mentioning, guys.
My turn now.
Yo, yeah, Canada doesn't have ones. We have like dollar bills. We have like dollar coins. Sorry, not dollar bills.
Well then.
I am moving for Patreon, but I can't move yet. I can't afford it, frankly.
My way.
Once Subscribestar is up and running, I will axe the Patreon.
Come in, if thou darest.
So that was American one. I'll just throw a bag of loonies at him and like crush him under the metal.
What next?
Well then.
Come with a sock full of legendaries. Yeah, man.
Over here.
What next?
Guys, who's this kitty person that died? I don't know who it is.
Now then.
My turn. Where's the nearest
Bitcoin's the
town?
Linux of currencies. Ever contracts. Kitty's not Avery. No.
Now, let us hunt him. What next?
I don't know, but death is bad. Yeah. That's a good enough reason, isn't it?
How about you? I will cut you down!
Out of my way.
The battle is
Coming. If
He made great Gmon videos.
assist me.
My turn now.
Wait, there was a Bitcoin retailer in Canada that was almost robbed at gunpoint. Really? What's the story there? I haven't seen that story.
with each battle, I grow stronger.
Anyway, I didn't mean to make anyone sad earlier talking about Dave. It's just that, you know, I mean, it's more sad for me than it is for you. That's for sure. Like, I've been friends with him since, you know, since we were kids. Met him in kindergarten, for fuck's sake.
I'll make this quick.
And I've done my best to try and include him in my life. But it's getting to the point where he self-destructs too regularly for me to be able to do that anymore. It's just not possible.
What next?
3 people entered
Over here.
the offices of Canadian Bitcoins and auto carrying handguns and restrained 4 employees Tuesday morning. According to CBC News, at that point, they attempt to compel one of the employees to make an outbound transaction from the exchange. A fifth employee called police. Ah, I see.
How about you?
Making you feel better, Iggy? That's good. That's my job.
Missed me. Letting my arrow fly.
Out of my way.
But yeah, like when I was younger, like I'm talking, you know, 19, 20, 21, you know, Dave had the exact same problems that he has now in the exact same intensity. He hasn't solved them in 10 years, 10 years plus. But the difference is that when he was 19, 20, 21, he was younger. He was more, I don't know, he had more resources, at least physically, with which to deal with his problems, which he doesn't have anymore
Not be defeated.
because he's older. And back then, I would get involved. Like, his depression would make me depressed. I would have a hard time dealing with my own
Battle
stuff,
is truly joined.
you know? And I would spend so much time trying to help him get going that I neglected my own life to my detriment, you know? It wasn't insignificant the amount of time and energy that I lost trying to help him out. And he hasn't improved in all that time, so like, has he gotten worse?
Battle, I grow stronger.
Probably. Did my efforts make him get worse slower? I don't know. It could have been a complete waste of time for me. And it really sucks to think that because he's my best friend, but like, what else am I supposed to think? How else can I put this, you know? How else can I think about this? So, I don't know.
Let us fight with honor.
My turn.
How about you?
Naomi isn't your BFF. She is, obviously.
I will cut you down.
No, yeah, I agree. I'm starting to think that there might be like a point where like the adage do not cast pearls before swine, as rough as that condemnation is, starts to apply.
My turn now.
Here.
What next?
Is that how we do it, God himself? Joseph Stalin?
I'll do my best. Well then,
Yeah, this past year's been rough on Dave. And it's been rough on all of us. In proxy.
I am not a mage.
You know, Avery dumped him out of the blue, and his grandmother died both at the same time. Like, pretty much within the same week. And since then, he has not been anywhere close to... Oh, this is another dungeon. I'm not going to go in here just yet. But basically, since then, despite his, you know, starting a relationship with Dom, nothing's basically been good. In fact, it might be so bad that, like, the relationship with Dom is... maybe it's helping Dave, but it's actively hurting her because of everything. Like, there's... Like, you know, and at some point, it's not your fault, right? Like, you can't control what happens in life. You can't...
Out of my way.
You can't say that, oh, you know, this tragedy occurred to me, so, like, what's going on, I can't be blamed for. That makes complete sense. But, like... At some point, you need to take responsibility for what you're doing with yourself. At some point, it stops being the fault of random chance. Or rather, it stops being the responsibility of random chance. You know? It does not matter that all of these bad things happen to you. That might give you a that might you know, be a setback. Maybe you need to reevaluate certain parts of your life. Maybe you need to learn how to deal with certain things. I'm saying Dom. But really, like, regardless of what happens, regardless of what bad things go on in your life, and like what like the randomness of life deals you, you still need to take responsibility for what you do, and Dave just doesn't do that.
With each battle, I grow stronger.
I'm sorry to hear that, Maldred. Okay, here's the capital city.
Now, let us hunt him.
My turn.
None of these guys... God damn it, whatever.
Now then.
Letting my arrow fly and...
I'll do my best.
Now then.
Well, Meldrin, you have us. You have all the people in this chat room. And all the people in our Discord. You have us, man. We'll be around to help you.
What next?
Well then.
Oh. Ottawa is the capital, not a country.
What next? I will not be thy
My
prey.
turn now.
Out of my way.
Nada?
Letting my arrow
Anyway, I think I'm done sad posting, or at least I'm going to contain the sad posting to the first section of the stream. My stream yesterday. Regs wasn't on my stream yesterday, was he?
Greetings to ye. Greetings.
Name this episode sad. Sad stream. Let's go to the end. To make the stream happy. EDF. No. Nimi would shit herself if she ever saw EDF, dude. Where's the save point in this town? Oh, it's right here, because I'm an idiot and I can't see it. Okay, guys, where do you want to go? We have a number of things that we can do. World map. We have a whole bunch of things. Wait, we've been to Saints Bridge in the Riverlands? I don't remember this. We have a bunch of different things, but I don't know which one to do. You know what? Before doing some of these quests, I want to check out what these hidden dungeons are, because the Whistlewood is a hidden dungeon. No quests lead there. It just presumably has like a whole bunch of like loot in it to grab. And the same with this, the Hoarfrost Grotto, or the Path of Beasts. And where's the other one over here? We already did that manor. Yeah, here, the Carrion Caves, that's one of them. Of like a hidden dungeon. The Twin Falls is one. The Sunshade Catacombs. And the Whistling Cavern. Yeah, this game is just filled with dungeons that... Like okay, the Brigand's Den was like a starter dungeon, right? But the Untouched Sanctum is not. What uniquely Canadian would you show me on stream? Me. I'm uniquely Canadian, so that'll do. But there are a bunch of these hidden dungeons that I want to check out. Oh, do you guys see that? Look, this landmass here is shaking. Look at that. As I move around, you can see it. Can you see that? Like this mass here that I'm kind of outlining. It's shaking as I move. Is my accent actually uniquely Canadian? A boot? Do I say a boot a lot? You know what? I'm going to go for the Whistlewood and see what's in there. But actually, I should probably change my party because that's a higher level area and I might need more people. A boot. Let's go to the pub and get more members. The Fog of War is a graphic that isn't perfectly synced with the map. Yeah. I've noticed that, man. Is this the pub? Yes, it is. Hey, where's that? Are you the guy that can change? I'll take my 3 best. You going to bed, black shirt and jeans? Good night, man. Thank you for showing up. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. I'm not hosting anything on fucking CBC radio. The CBC is not as bad as the BBC, but it's pretty close.
Tis a good day for battle. Now then.
Here I go!
Here I go. It feels good to have strong characters again, I gotta say.
I am ready.
Now then.
Why would I ever do a video for Brazzers?
Treachery.
I am ready.
Let's do this!
Global CTV, CBC. Canadian news isn't very good in general, man. They all kind of suck. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do an episode cut and take a short break once we get to the forest dungeon here that I'm going towards. But we have a few minutes for to get there, so I will end my sad posting right here. Like, I understand being a depressed 19-year-old who has no idea what to do with his life, right? That's kind of the age where you're an adult, and if you haven't gotten on the regular track of go to school or get a job, you kind of feel lost in society, and I understand that. But like,
Do this!
I'm not 19 anymore, I'm 32.
I am ready.
Over the course of all those years, I spent many years feeling sad and sorry for myself.
The show is over.
I spent many years basically wasting away. You know, I spent too much time with women who didn't appreciate me. I got really fucking fat, like way fatter than I am now. I failed out of school and had to go work. And then eventually, I found out what I wanted to do with my life. I ditched old relationships that don't work. I found a girlfriend that truly appreciates me. And I discovered what I wanted to do with the rest of my life. And so here we are. But all of that progress that I talked about, the start to the end, it took a decade. And I could have, you know, like I only got so far in a decade, and it was not very far. You know, it was a long way to travel. Like if I'm here and my goal is here, one of these two, like me and the goal, okay? And instead of just going straight to the goal, I like went here, and then I went here, I went here, I went all over the place, and then I eventually got to the goal, right? And that's a long way to travel to only get this far, but I still got there, and it's better than staying right where I was. And along that meandering journey, that meandering, inefficient journey, I learned a lot of things and met a lot of people and discovered a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have seen otherwise. You know what I mean? And now I think I've grown up at least enough that I know what I'm doing. I know what I want to do. I might not get there perfectly. It might take me longer than most people. But I have the vision. And I'm going to attempt it. But like, I spent time going all over the place and eventually getting here. Dave is still here. Because he sees all of that meandering as wasting time. So he's still here. And he's basically just been waiting for his life to start, but not actually trying to get it going. And that's why we're at the point where he's 33 and he has the same problems as 19-year-olds. Why he's a year older than me, but I've got like 10 years on him in experience and in maturity. And it's a real shame because he's my best friend. And I'm closer to him than anybody else in my life, period. Period. Without exception. And here we are, you know? Like, I moved to this city 4 years ago. I will probably move in 1 more year's time. No, I moved to this city almost 5 years ago. Almost 5 years ago. I'll probably be moving in 1 more year's time. And throughout those 6 years that I've spent in this city, I've started at a certain place, I've gained a goal, I've been completing the goals, and then I leave. Like there's a journey that I've gone on. But throughout those 6 years, Dave, unless he changes something drastically right now, he will stay in the exact same place. Which is why I really hate to say it and I hate to think about it. But you know, we may need to leave him behind at some point, guys. And I don't want to do that. But if I don't, I'm gonna... if he can't come along and I stay around here, I'm going to die in the exact same way that he's dying. And I can't afford to do that. That's just the honest truth. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back.